This is Rolling to Die, episode 139. Find the soul gem in the Mimic Castle, people. Hit it, DJ. All right, guys, girls, and squirrels. This is Rolling to Die, episode 139. How you guys doing today? I am your head host and your main game master, Henry Montney, also known as Mayhem the Heart's Mace, or Crom Tomb Kroll. And tonight, we are going through the next segment of the Mimic Castle and finding that soul gem that Mayhem
somebody, not
needs.
mentioning names.
Right. And after that, we'll introduce everybody else. I'd like everybody else to introduce themselves, please.
Hi, I'm Dark Trooper, coming from you live from a secret location, aka my couch, and I'll be playing Grismont the Face Splitter. And I was just going to say, you had Restream right across your forehead.
I know, I'm trying to fix it. They decided to mess everything up.
And I am also playing Ross, the wanted, the bounty hunter, Ross Wallaby. With the backstory.
What?
Not a very good one either.
All right, next on the list.
Hi guys, as you can see, I'm Dom, Sage the Intelligent, and tonight I am playing with Spev the Hunter and Kit Nephrin. So, let's do it.
Ha! Smurf you, Restream.
You smurfing smurfers.
Right? They're just messing with our stuff right now. Like, literally, it wasn't that, like, 30 seconds ago. Or, like, right before the show started. Then it popped in. And why won't it... Why is it me? Here, can I drag? Put you there. Ha! I win!
You can do that. That's the same thing you can do on Streamlabs as well.
Yeah. Yeah, you hear that, Restream? We might be going to StreamYard after this. You guys messed up my stuff and stole my money. You owe me $20.
Hey, it could be worse. It could have been a lot more than $20.
Oh, geez, the logo's covered.
Oh, they've done more. They've already messed up several
the
times.
The logo's covered up a bit.
Let's keep going.
I just can't win. They just want to keep screwing with everything. Whoa. What? Why is it so weird? See? This is why we don't like how Restream's been acting lately. You guys talk about unprofessional. And then you did again.
I think just keep it like this, honestly.
I prefer the other way where it shows the whole thing. Now I have to change the camera. And it messes up everything else. But that's fine. Everybody else can like to introduce themselves before we wrap up to starting off the story.
And finally, bringing you the music and also playing as Planeta Angel and Edward Knight. I'm DJ Thunderbass.
Thunder!
And yes, I have the proper logo up now.
Hey, shameless self-promotion is nothing wrong with shameless self-promotion.
Nothing wrong with it. All right, so for that, we last left off on a recap of the dwarves facing off in the castle, trying to break the curse or at least get some more control on it so it doesn't go in a berserk mode. Daniel's character ended up dying in front of all of you in the library.
In a very comedic way.
Very dark comedic way, where getting pulled by each limb from a mimic book from the mimic library that looked like books.
Man.
And then him getting split in half by Slamhammer's hammer as Slamhammer became the mimic lord.
Oh boy.
Taking after.
And then I screw it all.
Father.
I admit it, I fucked up.
And speaking of how he messed up with it, as my character is trying to at least make it so they have an exit, still trying to fight them though, telling them to run the whole time. Like his body doesn't have control compared to his mouth. He warns you guys, and then Fleming asks his god to aid him in taking the curse away, making it so all the control is taken away. As Slamhammer warns him and calls him a fool. You fool! You doomed us all! As he tries to run right to the door. All of you in a fury run as you're being chased by a custom purple people-eating monster that's running down the hall after you guys. That's also a mimic in its own manner. You see the doorway as you run and reach, and you see it starting to close and turn into teeth and eyes. And as it closes, the gates slam in front. The floor itself turns into somewhat of a liquid and starts sinking you in. Freezes and eats half of you. The other half is still alive, just barely breathing, as you all look and see from a distance the purple people-eating creature running up towards you, chomping on each one of you until you're all no more. And as it chomped away, one of you had the necklace gem of Valnear Night hammer that appeared on the neck of the Mimic Lord. And now it is hanging off one of the big teeth of the purple people eater, off its lip, as it runs amok down the hallways, up and down.
Destroying the Mimic Castle as it goes?
Oh no, it's part of it. They work together. As it runs, our other two teams are set in there as the Doom Crawlers inside, faced from the front, headed upwards, as the Blood Saints from the bottom headed upwards towards the back steps. They headed through a hallway, which they may or may not meet, depending. But before they all get to their destinations through the hallways, two angels dish it out outside, right above the castle. Thordak and Planetary Angel. Planetary Angel, I would like for you to start off with a roll of initiative, please. Against Planetary Angel. And then right after you do that,
17
we're going to
plus
start our
2, 19.
Okay. All right. Now, I'd like for everybody, for how our show starts off, it's called Rolling to Die. So I'd like for everybody to roll 2d20 for me. And your top one's a light, your second one's a dark. Tell me what
I
those
rolled
are.
2 11s.
Right. So 2 11s.
Yep.
I rolled
11 and 18, 29.
I rolled a 20 and a 12.
20 and 12. I rolled an 8 light, an 18 dark that time. Okay, so everybody evens out. The Spev and Kit are going to have good luck for 4 turns of advantage. Ross and Grismot, 2 turns. And then Mayhem and Chrome for 2 turns. Technically, you have advantage for at least 1 turn, Edward Knight and Planetary Angel, before your critical roll. Hey, up on there. So, you got higher than he did. He rolled a 17 to your 19. What are you doing in this vicinity when you're having this fight as you two are in the air, striking it back and forth, as the mimic towers are rising above and more looking like giant worm snakes looking around now, wanting to snap from turning into a castle tower pillar and turning into a mouth. 2 of them are looking at both of you, and you keep fighting. What do you do for your turn?
I am going to use my whip for my first one.
Kinky.
18 plus 10, 28 to hit.
Ooh.
That's a hit. Explain to me what you do.
I am also going to roll a strength because I am wrapping him with the whip.
Very kinky.
Another 18 plus 2, 30, 20.
$18 plus 2.
Yep, dirty 20 for the strength check.
Okay. Yep.
And
So what do you see? You holding him midair?
I am basically slingshotting him towards one of the towers.
All right. I need you to do one more strength check for me.
14 plus 2, 16.
16. All right. I got an 11. So you able to outstrength him and make it so he can't maneuver away as you whip and crack him towards one of these 2 mouths trying to chomp. Now I gotta see. Oops, where did that one go? There we go. Oh, nope. The mimic tower itself, though, even though it's flying around and trying to look over, it was paying attention to you. It wasn't paying attention to it, the speedball flying at it. So it gets thwopped right in the middle of section of this giant worm creature. But instead of hitting like flesh or body, it hits like stone and breaks through. And as the Blood Saints are walking up the steps, all suddenly you see Thordak's body right through this brick walls. And we're just like, whoa!
No, you gotta do more Valley Surfer do. Whoa!
It depends on the person. Maybe your character does that, as you're one of the characters that walks up there, as you're in the Blood Saints group. As Mayhem, Grismont, Spev witness this, as all three of them are walking up, they see Thordax smash through. Mayhem looks up and looks over to the left and sees out the window. Let me roll the perception. 14 plus 7. Okay. Yep, I see. I see you and realize you're having a confrontation with him. I look back and see him bleeding in front of me and take a reaction and transform into my werewolf form. And I rolled double 12, so I roll a critical. I pick him up and I chuck him right back outside, right at you. My batter's up. I'm going to do strength. 15 plus 5, so a dirty 20. So I succeed in chucking it at you. What do you do, Planetary Angel?
I pull out my Frostbrand longsword.
Frostbrand longsword.
With a nat 20. Oh, yeah, that's a nat 20 plus 8, 28.
Okay, you hit. How much damage are you doing?
Okay, that's going to be 11 points of frost damage and of slashing damage. And 7 points of cold damage.
Nice. He's not dead, but he is hurt. He catches himself in the air, flapping, grabbing his face, bleeding. Flies right at you. Does a dirty 20 hit?
My armor class is a 20.
Okay, so I just barely hit you.
So it just scores his armor.
All right, I do the mace strike. While I try it, though, I use lightning, so the lightning arcs off, giving you only 3 points of damage. Unless you're immune to electric damage.
I am not, I don't think. Let me check.
Okay.
No, I am only immune to being charmed. I'm immune to disease, and I'm immune to being frightened. I also have resistance to fire, necrotic, and radiant.
All right. So I roll again, and I got a 25 to hit this time.
All right.
So I'm just doing a big, heavy strike. 13 bludgeoning and 10 holy. And it's smacking you back right down that hole where you threw him through the tower. Now, giant snake creature. Oh, just barely missed you guys. As it, right after you fly past, you smack right through, right in front of Mayhem and Grismont and Spev. We're like, what the hell's going on here? We see the giant worm pillar slam down between where he threw, and then Thordax flying under and heading right towards the hole to enter where we are.
What is the bludgeoning damage on that?
13. 13
So
points.
another extra 13 on top of the 23 I already took?
Yes.
Okay. And that just dropped me below 100.
He flies in and casts Firebolt and rolls in that 20 and hits me. So right when he lands in, he just point blank shoots at Mayhem right in the chest. Taking 11 points of lightning. All right. I drop down on my knees just in surprise and shock. He smirks, his eyes glisten from looking like he's been possessed by something. Flips his mace around to go hit you, but now it's your turn. What do you do? And then for the rest of the guys, what do you guys react to as you guys can interact and start, and we'll get it over into a shifting over soon, but it won't be initiative because it's the only one technically would be initiative is Planetar for a minute.
Grismont goes, why can't I have why do I always miss all the fun fights?
All right.
Swing, I miss with a 3+9. But my second swing, 15 plus 9.
Okay.
So 24 to hit. Wait, no. Yeah, 24 to hit.
24 does hit.
Doing 6 points of bludgeoning damage from my flail.
All right, and you hit him, and he steps back out of the hole, about falling out.
Second. And 11 plus 9. Dirty 20 to hit.
You just barely hit.
Doing 12 points of bludgeoning. Back swing. Miss.
He flaps out of the hole in the wall from the steps. He glides towards you, grabbing his rope that he has with a grappling hook. See if he can hit you with it. A dirty 20.
My armor class is 20.
So it flings right onto your arm and hooks at your arm. And a 28 for the second one, though. So he hooks it around and yanks you out with him. I need you to do a dexterity save for me, please, as you're being pulled out.
Nice. 3 plus 12, 15.
All right. It just barely misses you, the giant worm. Just. You look back, but part of your wing is damaged.
By the way, how much damage did I just take?
22 points
Ooh.
of damage.
Ooh.
The giant worm drake flew right past and ripped at a wing.
Ooh, I'm at 69 HP.
Yep.
That hurts.
I am going to use my bonus action.
All right.
Where is it? Now I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
All right.
First level Cure Wounds on myself. Go. Well, it's better than nothing. 4 points of HP back.
All right.
Better stick a poke in the eye.
Right. So
That's all I can do.
yeah, you healed up the bleeding part of the wing, so it can kind of be stable, not splatter blood. Thordak flying in between Castle and you. He looks up and sees the creature flying back down. A 22 he for a hit though with you, as he hits you with a thunderbolt.
Yeah, it hits.
It paralyzes you as you're flying in the sky. I need to do a Constitution save for me.
Ooh, 17 plus 5.
Okay, you make it. As instead of falling, you glide down to where the top part of the castle is, where Thordak lands down at you and smiles. You take 13 points of lightning damage from that. And the last thing he did, oh damn, is a nat 20. He runs right up with an uppercut with his mace to your chin, giving you 25 points of damage, and that's after double though, because yeah.
I am hurting.
Yep.
35 HP left.
Okay, he let's see. Gonna use healing hands on himself. That's the last thing he could do. It's he only gained 4 health. So it ends his turn. Mayhem is going to run out and jump and lunge onto the platform. No, I'm not. I'm going to wait. I'm going to hang out at the edge and just get ready to pounce. All right, what are you, Grisma, and what are you, Spev, going to do? As you see me just hanging out at the edge, looking like I'm going to jump out, but I'm waiting.
I'm going to jump out and just ignite my flight boots and start attacking the worms with my axes.
Mayhem as he sees you jump out and fly off, and he's just like, I'm supposed to be inside. He just laughs. He's just like,
I do a loop, fly back, say, I'm an orc, I do what I want, and then fly back up.
Oh, it's hilarious. Mayhem just nods his head. I'm jumping out anyway, son. All right.
And I do another loop, come back, say, jump on, fly boy.
No. Maybe Spev will.
Okay.
We can do the fastball special.
That's a maybe. What's Spev doing first?
Okay, Spev just went after seeing all this win, and she takes the initiative to start jumping like, "Hey, Grismont, you're supposed to wait for me. Must I do everything?" So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to roll for the ability to spider climb. Okay. Whew. Okay, here we go. This roll for spider climb, and I have a 19 here. So Spav has the ability of spider climb, and before I do spider climb, can I roll for the athletics?
Yes, if you would like to, if you're going to do something.
For athletics, I rolled a 13 plus 6, 19.
All right, so explain to me how you flip around and move doing your spider climb to start
Before
climbing.
she does the spider climb, she gets a little upset because Grismont left her, so she jumps, sticks into at least one of the walls, climbing up towards the cliff where Mayhem is, and she looks at Grismont with a face, meanie, and climbs right past him. And she reaches to the top of the cliff with Mayhem is.
All right. So you climb up towards the tower edge, but not where the one that's reaching out is a mouth. And then Mayhem hangs out from the giant hole, getting ready to jump out.
Huh.
It's Planetary Angel. You start rising up from landing down. What do you do? As you see Thordak ahead of you, and you see on your right Grismont flying around, Spev climbing off the wall, and Mayhem looking out the window with rage, or out the hole.
First, I'm going to cast a 3rd level healing on myself. It's a 3rd level cure wounds, giving me 20 points of healing. Nice. That's helpful. Then nat 20 plus 11, nat 31 to hit.
Okay, where are you hitting with, and where?
16 points of piercing damage from my longbow.
$16 points of damage with your longbow.
Yep.
All right, where are you hitting him?
Aiming for the chest area.
All right, so you hit him in the chest. And he flutters a little bit as he's standing and just tries to get ready to jump up in the air. Right as he does, this arrow hits him.
And
It's double damage, by the way.
yeah, that was doubled.
Okay. All right.
A 9 plus 11 for my final.
So a dirty 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just barely hit.
Doing
20.
6 more points of piercing.
And where is this going?
Same spot. It was coming right behind the first one.
All right. And what else are you doing?
That was my last one.
Okay. That was it.
Yep.
All right. It's his turn now as he steps back, jumps in the air, and starts flapping his wings. Glows his hammer. And summons his what's it called? His mystical hammer. Oh damn, I got a nat 1 missing.
Oh,
It's trying to swing down at you. He casts Thunderbolt. 26 to hit. So he hits you with a Thunderbolt. Doing 12 points of damage. He tries to fly away. All right. As he's trying to fly away, you see Mayhem lunging out the window and Grismont flying right behind, giving a big boot to Mayhem to give him extra speed, flying towards Thordak in the air. I need you to do a strength check for me, Grismont.
Sure, I can do that.
Spev, what are you going to do after I do what I'm going to do? Because I'm going to go and pretty much take a heavy slam to him on the ground if you want to.
Do I get advantage?
Yes, you do. Because you're flying around waiting to kick me really hard.
17, 13 plus 4.
All right. Succeeded. And then you see Mayhem fly past and land on Thordak. Land on his chest and towards his wings, ripping at them as they fly down together to the ground. Slamming, taking 16 points of bludgeoning damage, plus my 17 more points of biting and clawing damage. Mayhem does 2 swipes. Hits with the 21 and a 27. And both doing 30 damage and 26 damage. He steps back. He steps back. And as he steps back, Spev, is there anything you want to do as you see the angel laying there on the ground bleeding?
Let's see.
As you're hanging off the wall from like 20 feet away, a 20-foot drop.
Okay. Let's see what I can do here. I think what I'm going to do here is going to go transform into the... I'm going to transform into a scorpion.
You're going to transform into a scorpion on the side of the castle.
Uh-huh. I'm just going to go help the angel that fell from the sky. Didn't get any fell. Did he fell or did he land? What simply happened? So yeah, I'm gonna.
No, I'm already on the ground. I was on the. I came crashing through, and was already on the ground. I've been attacking from the ground.
Okay. So I guess I'll just come down with the rest of the groups. Come down for grounding assistance, I guess.
Well, I still need to head over to where Thordak's at. He's also on the ground somewhere.
Yeah, so you're going to have to do a passive perception or a perception check. Yay, fresh banana bread.
All right. I'll roll for perception. And for perception, an 18 plus 2, 20. An 18 plus 2, 20.
Okay. So you look down after transforming into this giant scorpion hanging off the side of the castle. You've seen Mayhem pounce on to Thordak after Thordak flew in the air, gotten shot twice by Planetary Angel. Mayhem jumps off it moves away as you look and see and jump and pounce on top of this Thordak. What do you do and how do you land on him?
You said something that land on Thordak, right?
Yeah, are you gonna jump on him and land on him, or are you just gonna crawl down?
Just crawling downward. Just crawling downward.
And you crawl down, and what do you do?
So Thordak is hurt, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna roll for strength tap to lift him from the ground to assist him see if he can stand. Or see.
Wait, so you're gonna help the enemy?
Oh, Thordak's the enemy? I didn't know that. Okay, I was gonna. Well, what's gonna happen is now I'll just lift him.
And he's possessed and controlled by evil.
Okay, so so I rolled a 19 plus 2, 21. So I lift Thordak with Spev lift Thordak by the scorpion tail. So what I'm going to do with that?
You got to attack with that if you're going to do that.
That's the plan.
You get the scorpion claw, you can pick him up.
Mm-hmm.
And then Grismont, what is Grismont doing besides Mayhem trips and falls? I rolled in that one.
Jeez.
I stepped back and tripped over the rubble.
Oh wow.
I've seen all this happen and go, whoa, thud. So, what do you do as you're sitting there and you pick him up? And then Planetar Angel, right after he does something, I need you to do a dex save.
So 12 plus 12, 24.
All right, you're good. All right. Spev, what are you doing?
Spev, attempt to throw Thordak down. So roll for a strength trait to slam Thordak down on the ground with her tail. Okay, here we go.
And so roll a tail attack.
16 plus 2, 18.
So you actually miss, even with him laying down. You slam the spike right next to his head, and he turns his head. He pushes away and stands up. I need him to do a dexterity save. Oh, 19 plus 7. Oh, damn. He's good, too. Him and Planetary Angel both jump out of the way almost simultaneously as you see two Mimic Worm Castle tops just snatched down. As Mayhem raises up going, I think we should be somewhere else. I'm going down this way. And starts running to the doorway. As Thordak tries to fly towards and hit him with his mace. What all the rest of you guys do?
Can I body check Thordak?
Roll a dexterity check for me.
Or smack him with my hammer? Without him knowing.
Yeah, roll 3 different rolls there.
Yeah, dexterity first.
And then stealth. And then an attack.
Do I get advantage with the dexterity or just a straight roll?
No, not with this one.
17 plus 3, a dirty 20.
All right, dirty 20 is a succession.
As for stealth, 19 plus 3, 22.
Oof.
That's a succession.
Oof.
And now for the grand finale with my tank hammer. A double 11, 22.
Ooh.
22.
They must love you, Grismont.
Critical. As you roll and he screams and yells, swinging his mace and using his magical hammer trying to hit me. Out of nowhere, all he hears is meow. He looks up and just sees a hammer to his face.
Loud wog behind it. Whoa!
All he reads on the hammer is smile. What? Whack.
No, I think it should say Zog off.
There you go, Zog off. What's Zog off mean? As he gets pinned with this hammer. How much damage do you do?
Oh, plus he gets pushed, so he gets pushed 10 feet away.
Okay, so it's going to fly up in the air.
I does double fives, 10.
Right, so it turns to 20. So 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Right to his face.
As he flies up and flings in the air. I got to roll for the
as I go by, I go, chase after me, fly boy.
All right, Planetary Angels, or anything you do before we head into this room, the doorway? As Mayhem is headed this way, and Grismont's going to head this way. Spev, if you want to, you can transform to something else if you like. If not, you can shrink back to yourself, because the giant scorpion can't make it through the doorway.
Okay, she transformed herself and she follows the others.
Okay.
Well, is Thordak actually done? Like, dead?
Not yet. About to be. There's something that's going to happen.
Okay.
He's flipping in the air right now.
So yeah, since Planetary Angel can still see him, his target is still set on Thordak.
Is he going to fire another arrows?
He was actually going to charge at him, like kind of do a chase thing.
Okay. If you want, do that. That's up to you. And let me know when you start running that way, and then do a perception check for me.
Okay. $13 plus 3, 16 for perception.
You're flying past and you see Thordak, and you're just mostly fixated on Thordak. You just know a shadow of a thing above, but you don't care. All you care about right now is doing that final blow to him for breaking the vows of protecting the team and not being there for the team when the team needed him the most. You don't care if it's life or death. You just know that after you die, you come back somewhere else anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Is what they're going to say when it comes to the monsters. The question is, what are you guys going to do? All right. What are you doing, Thordak? Or not Thordak. What are you doing on Planetary Angel?
I try to whip him with a 2 plus 10, 12, but miss.
Oh, okay. Well, you still got one more physical attack. You whip past, and he dodges, trying to pull out his mace again to hit you.
This time it's a 10 plus 10, dirty 20.
You just hit him. What are you doing?
Just trying to wrap him to slow him down to try and yank him in.
All right. I need you to do a strength check to make sure you can yank him towards you successfully.
15 plus 2, 17.
Let's see against him. He got a nat 20.
Oh.
You wrap around him, and he pulls his wings out and starts flapping forward harder, pulling you up, yanking you towards him. So as he's pulls the rope towards, trying to batter you up and hits you with the mace. You only have your bonus action left. What would you like to do?
My bonus action, I would like to try and swing my flail to block his mace.
Like hit his weapon?
Yeah. Or not my flail, my Holy Avenger longbow.
He rolled a nat 1 for his strike.
16 plus 11.
You hit. Explain to me how you hit his weapon out of his hand. I got to do a strength check for that, though. But you hit this weapon directly. I hit nat 1, but a nat 1 again. Holy crap! Not good. Yeah, you disarm him as you wrapped and pulled him in. As he pulled you forward in the air. This is like interesting back and forth. Nice, Dom. Nice.
I am actually wanting to. I wanted to do it in a way where I could knock it out of his hand back towards his own face.
Okay. And it disarms him and bops him, doing 16 points of bludgeoning damage. He's not dead yet, but he is so close. As it's his turn, and he tries to flap up towards. I need you to do a strength check for me.
Me?
17 plus 2, 19.
19. Yeah, he got a nat 1 again. 3 in a row. I don't know how this is going on. And then, wow, he did a rolling to die. He got a nat 1 again, but in the dark, and then he got a nat 20 with the light. So he does the whole yo-yo thing and flips around, grabbing his hammer back and then hitting you across the face with his mace one last time, doing 15 points of bludgeoning damage. And the last thing he does as a bonus action is he's going to try to grapple with you. 13 plus 4, 17. I need you to do a strength check for me to see if you succeed his grapple or not.
A 15 plus 2, 17.
We both rolled a 17. Let's roll 1d20. Roll a... I rolled a nat 20. Crap.
I rolled a 2.
Oh, he goes and grabs you in midair and yanks you in. And looks at you and goes, if I'm going, you're going too. We may go to a better place. I'll take the judgment then. As you see a shadow above both of you. Bigger and bigger and bigger. As you finally look up and you see the mimic tower turned into a mouth, lunged over both of you. and big enough to engulf both of you at once, even with your wings spread, slamming down into the ground.
Right as this is happening, I tell Thordak, well, this was your ending anyways.
As his eyes get big and bright, and he looks down at your weapon, starts glowing around, realizing it's not releasing him. You start glowing, and his wings look like they're starting to burn as it slams down and the teeth grow in the inside and swallow you both whole. What's your last moment? What is your last moment?
That was the last thing he says.
And right there, gone. As you see energy sparkle through its body, raising up and some fronting down. As Mayhem, Grismot, and Svev turn back and look and watch this happen, the ground and the dust flows everywhere and slams across. We get knocked down through the steps a little bit as the door closes behind us. I need Grismot and Spev and myself to roll acrobatics or athletics as we're falling down the stairs abruptly from the percussion of the hit, as we're going to be rolling into the Doom Crawlers, into Edward Knight, Chrome Tomb Crawl, Ross, and Kit. As the rest of the team that joined with them, they're left behind. Mayhem rolled a nat 20. Oh, I rolled rolling to die too. A nat 1 and a nat 20, but the opposite. Wow. Okay, that's cool. That's twice in a night. And then a 3 for my strength check. I failed my strength check as I rolled down the stairs without taking any damage. But right when I hit the bottom, I hit really hard, taking 20 points, but it's half for my beast and my rage, so that turns to... Okay, Grismot, how do you come down the steps? And then after Grismot, how does Svev come down the steps?
Well, I land on the steps since I'm still flying.
Up.
You fly through the doorway and fly down the steps. Well, but the percussion of the hit, I'm meaning that the shock wave is what's knocking us back down the stairs. Roll dexterity, and then Dom's going to explain his character right after.
Okay. Sounds
19 plus 3, 22.
Okay, so you catch yourself all abruptly. But Spev, how do you come down as you've seen Mayhem and Grismot fly down the stairs?
So I rolled a 15 plus 3, 18. Steph does like a small tech roll in the air, like as she's doing a double cannonball. She gently lands on her feet at the last part of the final roll of the cannonball. But she stumbles a bit while she almost slightly loses her balance as she waves her arm side very fast and sticks the landing. Like, whoa. What an impact. Looks like I landed.
All right, as you do that, we all look over in shock and awe and surprise. All and behold, we look up from the feet up to the base. You see a few figures. You see Chrome Tomb Crawl, Edward Knight standing right next to each other, just shaking their head. Like, really, guys? And you see Ross and Kit in the background, both getting their weapons ready. Like a threat just arrived, but they weren't realizing who it was. As a plume of smoke comes down the steps, broken rubble and rocks, as we're down the hallway. What do you guys do or say as Chrome Tomb Crawl and Edward Knight first speak? So what the hell? Why do we have these guys? They Mayhem, your furry craziness, your kingdomship. Why are you here? I know your teams were helping earlier, but I thought you left. And Grismot, you're still green. He looks over at
Like
Spev.
in such a weird fashion too. Like, really? Did you have to do that many somersaults?
Was he flying? Do ox fly? And Spev, my darling, how are you doing? Great to see you. I'm glad you're still babysitting. I can see.
Yeah, a doggy and a big ogre. What else you want to know?
She goes, it seems like the castle has lost its mind. We are looking for our way out, but at the same time, there's something hunting us. We need some help. We kind of ran into, say, a monster. I'm not sure if this green friend here can see it. He can barely see me. He only sees my armor, and my lips move. It's weird.
And don't worry about him. Put some dirt on yourself, maybe he can see you better. Nothing wrong getting dusty.
She looks at you and smirks. Wise words always from the toughest of your kind. Thank you, Druid. As she looks over, I want everybody to do a perception check for me as you all are standing up and getting ready to meet each other. And you're in this based room.
Oh, this is going to be something.
Oh, yeah. Now you have 2 characters for each except for Devontae, which is Ed Knight.
Okay.
13 plus 5, 18.
15 plus 2.
9.
15 plus 2, 17.
Nice. Ooh,
6 plus 3, 9.
Yeah.
20 for me. And then let's move that dice out of the way. Gotta go for Chrome. 13 plus 7, so dirty 20 for her. You guys all listen and look around. You hear down the hallways as it splits down 3 as a bigger corridor ahead. To your left, you look down the hallway and see it's nice, dark, but clean kind of esque. A little bit of rubble in some way through the windows, but that's about it. You look down to your right hallway, and where it occasionally flickers and lights up, you swore you've seen something big, great, green, angry, and purple, with a green eye and giant wings, and this stinging, snake-esque looking tail at the back. And running ahead with this giant tongue, razor-sharp looking, with a bunch of rows of teeth. Rows of teeth, darling. But
Not the rows of teeth.
it gets worse. You'll learn that later. And as you look and see, you see for Grismont, it's harder for him, but you see the Purple People Eater running ahead, and you see a bard, purple-skinned, running ahead screaming as he trips and falls and gets consumed and eaten in a short period of time. Chrome looks over with the anime teardrop on the head going, meow. We need help, or we need to get the hell out, like, now. But there's some soul in this castle that's trapped and keeping it active. As Mayhem looks up going, we're looking for Valnear's soul. He has a soul gem. It was sent here. I don't know if that was a dick move or not, but I really don't want to be in here. I think the walls are looking at me, as the walls are looking at you guys. As you look over and they just close.
It's just a painting of some random noble just happens to be like one of those old scary eyes that just looks at you and just averts and it's looking at you averts back.
Doing that.
1,000 eyes of the background.
I rolled for the castle to do something and it didn't. I rolled a 2 and a 3. It just closed its eyes, act like it's not watching. All right, guys. What do you guys do and choose? As you know, there's a monster coming from the right. running down the hallway. The center is this big open area, but you look over and see there are creatures walking amok and walking around that are grotesque, huge, or monstrous in other forms. A giant orange-looking one with many mouths and other things. Then you look down the other hallway and see it's just kind of dim and dark, but a little bit of rubble and a clear shot from there.
Since Edward just rolled a 9, since he had only rolled a 9 for the perception, I'm pretty sure I don't see any of that.
No, you as Edward just look around and just nod your head. Kind of, yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure I can see everyone else, so I'm just like asking.
You're paying attention more to the group right now. You're eyeing.
I see
else.
them constantly looking around and looking at something, getting like some of them getting feared. It's like my question to them would be, "Hey, what are you guys looking at? You don't look okay. Are we in trouble?"
With a 15 plus 2, 17 perception, Spebs look over. If you must know, we're getting a close uprising from big monsters. Look, take one good look, Ed. If you can see.
Mayhem looks over, going, "We just need to get far enough away, but we need to find the gem first." I can.
Where would you think
I can call.
The sorting gem is?
Yeah, he looks over and Mayhem's like, "I have a exit plan after that, but until then,
what?
My mission is to
use
get."
Lunal again.
And he looks over at you, going to hit you, and he looks back laughing.
Try it, furry face.
27 to hit.
Yeah, you hit me.
He does 5 points of slashing damage and 10 points of bludgeoning damage to you. And just thwops you with his big wolf claw. He looks back, and as you guys argue and this happens, the creature gets closer. Closer.
Kid interrupt. Guys, there's a creature coming our way. Can we please leave and do something else?
All right, guys. So what do? You have this is your last turn before you decide to move or not, and before it gets to you. What is your actions? Do you want to prepare to fight, or do you want to start trying to head down a different area?
I say head down to a different area because Grisma can't see him.
Yeah, Grisma, all you see is a green eye floating in the coming at us really fast, and a bunch of teeth, lots of teeth. So all you see is a floating eye and just teeth, like the craziest version of Pac-Man you could think of. Mayhem with his perception check. A 15 plus 10. Oh, sorry, perception. No, it's 8. It's a 15 plus 8. 23. He looks and sees on the teeth of this giant creature a necklace hanging off one of its giant teeth with the soul gem hanging and dangling off it. Mayhem's eyes light up. I think we found what we needed. But I got a plan, but you're not going to like it, guys.
What plan?
What do you guys say?
Like what?
I'll distract it, and we fight this creature.
Are you
we need to get the
nuts?
teeth.
You wolf bang baghead. You see a creature's gonna eat you whole if you don't start running and make paw prints.
Well, I got a way that we can kind of catch it off guard.
Well, well, what
I'm
is it?
listening.
Well, what is it, Ed? Speak up.
I need it to make a deck save.
A 9 plus 5.
14.
Okay, so he looks down the direction that everyone else is looking and casts 4th level Fireball.
Okay.
Ooh, fire.
Doing 29 points of fire damage.
So fire. I like it.
It rams right through into the fire, knocking it to the ground. So I did a dexterity save to see if it would fall or not, and it slams to the ground, even with advantage, sliding, taking this percussive damage as part of the ceiling starts falling on top of it.
Oh.
It's strength check, though.
Oh, wow.
It does start getting up not too long after. So what do you guys do as you guys prepare? As Mayhem's in his werewolf form and goes into a rage mode, pulling out his giant axe, Slayer.
Well, that bought us a little bit of a time.
Slayer axe.
All right. Kid is getting his crossbow ready as the elements is switching back and forth, ready to be selected. And Spev, she's just standing there, holding her dagger, ready for preparing herself.
All right. Now, what are you doing, Grismont? What is your preparation as we're standing there in this room waiting?
He's just standing in by the doorway, just tapping his foot impatiently. He's like, I want to fight the giant monster.
All right. You want to go into a rage mode, or you just want to wait?
I will go into rage mode.
All right. So you go into a rage mode
I'm
with
also
your.
going to chug a health potion. Since
All right.
somebody, not going to name names, is decided to punch me.
Hey, man! Don't fuck with the DM.
The A.
And
All right, you two, knock it off.
Heads and breaks through the rubble. This giant floating green eye to Grismont, but everybody else, they see this giant purple body, these huge rubber teeth, and this tongue that extends out about 20 feet. First thing it does, it's starting to run at, it's going at Grismont. Wow, even with advantage. Does a 17 hit Grismont?
No, it's 18.
This giant tongue flings right past your stomach, and you look at it and you see spikes and burrows in it and hooks and eyeballs. And then it stops and pulls itself right back and chomps back in its mouth, running at you. It's at about 40 feet right now. No, sorry, it's out 20 at that within that time. So 20. Now it's at 15 feet. What are you guys going to do? Is I need all of you to. You get one chance for reaction before we go into initiative for this fight.
I chuck my flaming star of log at it. It's a morning star, right at its eye.
All right, roll an attack.
16 plus 10, 26.
You hit it right in the eye. This giant, like, what does it look like for your morning star? Explain to me how your Wog morning star looks like.
It kind of looks like Sauron's mace, but it's all covered in flames and rude, crude. It's kind of crudely made together, an orky style. And because it hit, if you hit the creature with the morning star, that creature has a disadvantage for its next attack roll before it starts on the next turn. It now has disadvantage. Doing 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage.
And
all right.
Disadvantage.
Okay. What is each one of you doing now? Svev, what are you doing next? And then for both your characters?
All right. I'm going to start things off with Kit with a javelin. I'm going to attack with the javelin, handing it
Yeah,
down.
throw a
Throw
javelin.
it directly in the eye. I'm going to roll for the attack and see what happens.
Yep. You get your one reaction with him. That's throwing the javelin.
That's exactly it. 15 plus 11 does 26 hit.
26 hits.
All right, and I'm going to roll for damage. Okay, give me a second. And I'll roll the other one for what element? Okay, for the element, I rolled a 2. And for damage, I roll a 4 plus 5, 9 damage.
Okay.
So what's the element for 2?
Let me double check. Two. Let's see. Ice.
Ooh.
As your your bolts now become frozen.
For javelin. Okay, for that javelin. All right, that's for crossbow. When I use crossbow, so I'm using javelin. I rolled a 4 plus 5, 9 damage, piercing damage.
Okay.
For javelin. For Spev, let's see. For Spev, I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do for here. Give me a second. Here we go. For Spev, I will. Do I roll for attack or do I just move? Okay, no attack for Spev. She just. I want to roll for. Just roll for athletics to jump on Kit's back. To as she climbs on his back. So I'm gonna roll for acrobatics and then roll for strengths.
Okay.
So for acrobatics, I rolled a 13 plus 3, 16. And roll for strength to see if she succeeds successfully grab him. A 14 plus 2, 16. She jumps up and grabs Kit on his grab his shoulders, like as if she's ready to piggyback, which she's not at piggyback height.
Okay. So it's like jumps up, hooks onto his shoulders, jumps over, does like a piggyback jump over, like lunge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what are you doing in that process?
She stays there.
You're just standing on his shoulders.
Uh-huh. So, you ready to team up again? Huh? You bet, but oh, never mind. Yeah, we'll team up. Good, because I think you're kind of cute. Can we just continue this, please? Sure. I hope nobody see that.
All right.
I saw it, and I'm disgusted.
Edward Knight, what do you do with your fire grenade?
Okay, so this is all within the process of the purple people leader charging forward, right?
Yep, and it gets messed up by Grismont for a moment as well, because after you knocked it down, got back up, started running, Grismont chucked a mace into its eye, stopped it, and it shook its head and blinking its eye from the mace being hit in the eye. And then he got hit with a spear right after.
And I want to try something since it's in the process of charging.
All right, so what is that?
I want it to make a deck save. I am popping open one of my shadow pockets underneath one of its feet.
I got a 16 plus 8. Flies right over it.
Very uncooperative.
Well, it got messed up by the other guys already.
Well, technically, Doesn't it have disadvantage?
Yes, it
That
does.
was the disadvantage. The one was 17 plus 8. All right. Mayhem tries to do his fear presence. Even with a 16 plus 5, a 21, it doesn't work because the purple people monster is immune to fear. As it gets excited, the more fear is around it. As it heads towards you guys in the rampant bunch. Grisma, it's within 5 feet of you now. I want all of you to roll initiative, please. As now it will be fighting time against this creatures. It just ran up, and the first person it's looking at is you.
15. 12 plus 3.
$13 plus 3, 16.
All right, Edward Knight. What'd you get?
It was a 6 plus 6, 12.
12. 13 plus 5. 18 for me. Ha! And 17 plus 5 for the Purple People Leader. Dang. Yeah, I got a 22.
So it goes first.
Yep.
Oh, man. Crap!
It looks right at Grismont.
Oh, boy.
Grismont, all you see is a floating eye and teeth because your orc does not see purple. As you're blinking, and you're hoping it doesn't look at you, not realizing there's a big base of a body as it goes and wrecks against the wall where you're leaning against with a 27 to hit. And then a 24 for the second kick as the first arm slams against you. It walks past like another couple feet and then kicks you with the other back leg. First one does 14 damage. Second one is 12, and they're both at the plus 5, so 19 and 17 damage.
Ooh. That's a 36 damage total, is it? No, I could be wrong.
And if you're raging, you get to have that because it's physical blunt damage.
How much was it altogether?
36.
It's half, so it's now 18.
She slammed against the wall. It's just boom, 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 boom. You drop to your knees for a moment as it walks past, and you see this slithering, spiky tail that opens up and looks like it has like this weird tri mouth and an eyeball inside. It looks through the Mimic Castle's corridors and sees each one of you. And you see like a shark rows of teeth smile up at all of you.
Mm.
Now, it's going to do its legendary action of Gaze and Behold.
Oh, man. Buckle up, people.
An 18 plus 2. Okay. Its eye starts blinking really fast at first, and then it like lights up into a beholder's eye and looks forward. So when it looks at you, your magical items and magical equipment that you're wearing are null and void. Be mindful when it does this. It could mess you up. And the next thing it's going to do is its bonus action and do a tail attack at Mayhem. Ooh, 17 plus 9. Yeah. I got hit with 20. It strikes at Mayhem and shoulder, giving him 25 points of biting damage, and where is it at? 4 points of poisoning damage. Halved, but not the poison.
No poisoning damage. Ugh.
That's its turn. It is now Mayhem's turn. I failed at trying to strength check it. +5 with the 8. Nope. I try to rip off the bite and it can't. I try to attempt again. Nope. Got to take the disadvantage. I fail again. I'm just going to swing my axe for my bonus action. And I did a dirty 20, which hits the tail. That is 20 points of slashing damage, and it's +10 for being a bigger creature than me. But it was only towards the tail, though. It doesn't chop it yet off, but it gives it a big cut, making it screech, letting go partially, but not a full let go, as it has many mouths biting onto me. That ends my turn. It is now Spev and Kit. What do your two characters do in their combo stance?
Okay, Spev, let's see if I can. Let me see. She whispers into Kit's ear for something. Hey, I got an idea. Why don't you use your crossbows and shoot me towards that big eye over there so I can punch it? Punch it? You crazy? Just follow my lead, if you know what I mean. Oh, okay. So, Kit, I'm gonna roll for slay a hand for the arrow. And hope take aim for the eye to shoot Spev towards it, and then roll for athletics and acrobatics for Spev after that. So for Kit, for slay a hand, I'm gonna roll for that. Let's see, it is a
Promotion.
9 plus 9, 18.
Okay.
So he launches the arrow with Spev at the edge, and shoots the crossbow as Spev is set for a jump. Let's see. Let's roll for athletics for Spev now. And for athletics, it is a nat 20 plus 3, 23.
Okay, so the crossbow misses a creature, but you jump off just in time with your nat 20, lunging right at the purple people eater. What are you doing as you're lunging off this monster?
So Spev will transform into a gorilla, and rolling for strength check to punch the creature in the eye, directly in the eye. So for strength, it is a 16 plus 2, 19. 18, I'm sorry. 16 plus 2, 18.
Burst through this giant female gorilla towards this flying purple people-eating creature. Each one of us are right now fighting at it. I'm wrapped by a tail. Charisma. Here, yeah, you are up there. That's our Angel Zev. Spev. It's not going to kill him. Okay. What do you do from there?
All right, for that. While that's going, I'm gonna roll for the attack for Kit, using one of his crossbows, taking aim at the purple people eater hit by his heart. So I'm gonna roll for the attack. Okay, here we go. And with that, I rolled a 19 plus 5, 24 to hit.
And you.
All right, time for the element attack and the attack itself. Okay, come on, where are you? Bingo. All right, here we go. For regular attack, it is a 3 plus 5, 8 for piercing damage, and for the elemental attack, it is a 4 plus 5, 9 ice damage.
Okay. So you messed it up. You shot it and blasted it. It turned into this giant great ape. Surprising it by your mass and size, because you are bigger than it right now.
Oh, wow.
Though. But you are hitting close to the ceiling. Okay, so that goes for you. Now it is Grismont's turn. Grismont and Ross. And then finally Edward Knight at the end.
Okie dokie. I first use Second Wind to heal myself.
Okay.
I get $14 points of healing.
Okay.
And since I still cannot see the people here,
All you see is eyes and a teeth, and you see Mayhem grabbing onto some kind of invisible thing.
am I still near the room where we were?
We're still in there. It's just a big gaping area. It's leading into the middle area. I just have us placed up top an area unless I wanted to take the whole thing down, but I'm not doing that right now.
Can I look inside the room and see if I can find something that I can put onto the purple people eater? So I can see it.
You can make a perception check if you like, real quickly, as one of your one of the things you want to do.
19 plus 5, 24.
24.
Mm-hmm.
You look around. You see items and structures, more of like things that they're built in, which is probably more of the mimic. You do see a skeleton of a man that's laying dead, though, in a bucket that's empty. If you want, you can grab and crush his bones into that bucket real quickly and chuck it on him and powder puff it. That's the only thing that could be close to an idea, unless you have some kind of items on you.
Let me see what I got. There's got to be something.
Unless, you splash blood on it.
Why do I have a crowbar?
But while you're doing that with Grismont, what do you do with Ross?
Ross is recovering from the sleeping effect that happened to him that allowed what's his face to get away. He wakes up, puts both his fists on the ground, and he goes, "Slippery little bastard," and he starts investigating, trying to find the trail where he went.
Okay. Do an investigation check. Or investigation roll. Let me know what that is.
Ross.
And that will depend on what happens to Ross.
He got. Wait, do I get advantage?
Yes, your character is an investigating type.
16 plus 2, 12, 16. 14 plus 2, 16.
Okay. With the 16, you see a small trail of where the feet lay and lied. You saw magical remnants left behind on this wood plank. It's been leaching off to the end of the boards from the top of the tower. That are not mimic, but they're actual boards.
Can I also do a perception check to see if he left any gear behind?
You can look if you like.
I got 11. 4 plus 7.
You don't see much. You see just rubble on the ground and just destruction from your combat, but you don't see any items that he left behind or dropped. You notice that he disappeared.
Okay, then for Grismont, then as for Ross, I'm going to have him go after the trail to see if he can find what was it? Who am I fighting again?
What?
Who am I fighting again? Tori?
Tori, Coyote Con.
He gets back onto the trail of Tori and chugs down a health potion and to replenish his health. Let's see what happens.
All right. And then after that, that'll end your turn. As you're heading to go off the castle, you said?
Grismont is going to use one of his, and it's going to grab that skeleton and turn it into dust. And turn it into dust to and puts the dust into the bucket.
All right, so you're going to grab the bones and you're going to smash them or crush them. I want you to do a strength check for that, and after you do that, that'll end your turn.
$17 plus 4, 21.
All right, so you easily pound all the bones into a dust form into the bucket and getting it ready. Mixing it with any kind of liquid that you want to make it into a dye, which could be blood or any other items that you find. As long as it's not the color that you can't see, which is purple for your character. So, while your character is doing that, it is now Edward Knight's turn. What is Edward Knight doing as all this chaos ensues around everybody?
Okay, so
The creature just came in. He swung against the wall. Grismont fought back. He's seen Spev turn to a giant gorilla, jumping in its way, trying to block its path from getting fully in, hitting it. You've seen Kit shooting at it. And you've seen Mayhem getting bit by the tail.
okay, so I am going to my first one I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Scorching Ray, which is a 3rd level spell that basically it hurls 3 rays of fire at the target. So I've got to make 3 attack.
3? Okay.
Yep. The first one's an 8 plus 7. For sure that's a miss.
Yes.
Second one's a 15 plus 7.
15 plus 7 does hit.
And that's doing 10 points of fire damage. And then the last one is an 18 plus 7. Doing 9 more points of fire damage.
All right.
And for my second action, I need it to make a wisdom save.
Okay, wisdom. Nat 20. Wow.
Oh, it's lucky.
Stopped you in your tracks.
And for my bonus action, need it to make a dex save.
Dexterity. A nat 1 plus.
Ooh. Third level Dragon's Breath. Fire. Doing 32 points of fire damage. Plus.
Where are you doing this damage at?
It's a Dragon's Breath. It's basically just right at the. At the Purple People Eater.
Yeah.
Just doing it head on, pretty much.
That'll work. Okay. So you've heard it quite a bit. It's not dead yet, but it's looking surprised. It was expecting to rip right through you guys, but you guys came out fighting and swinging. Okay, and it's back to its turn now. Right now, it is going to go do its eye ray. I need everybody here to do a dexterity save and see if you dodge or not. This beam is going to sweep over.
Well, remember, I'm in the next room.
Nope. Nat 1 plus 3.
But not Grismont. And that one.
Yeah, nat 1 plus 3, 4.
Wow,
Well,
Edward Knight's not going
I got 12 plus 15, but can I get an advantage since I'm in the next room? So I'm not
12 plus
directly in its eye of sight.
I got a.
Well, you're in.
I got
It's
a.
the whole.
I have a 12 plus 9, 21.
Okay, 21. Yeah, you made it. You had to get over. Yeah, over an 18 altogether.
Ooh.
The beam goes over and hits. It just barely grazes Grismont. But it definitely hits Edward Knight here as it just beams him right in the chest. Edward Knight, all your magical abilities have just been nixed on you. And let's see. Which ray do I want to use? I'm going to use a slowing ray. DC 6 dexterity saving throw. All right, I need a dexterity saving throw on Grismont and on Edward Knight.
Do I get advantage?
Got disadvantage for this one.
Yep, you got disadvantage for Grismont. You have advantage because it barely grazed you.
I rolled 2 19s. Plus 3.
That's a critical plus a success.
I got
And
12.
what would you get? Grismont, even though you did dodge the first time and like got hit with just a graze, it was just enough to slow you down. As it just hit the bottom of your feet. And your speed is halved for 1 minute. All right, the Purple People Leader is now going to go for a tail swing with Mayhem. I'm going to, this is 12, see if my Mayhem can beat the strength of it. Double 11s plus 5. I succeed. I outstrength it from trying to lift me up in the air and whip me around, ripping it off me. It goes for a donkey kick to try to kick me, but misses with a 15. Gets one more physical attack, and it's going to do a wing slam at everybody. Double 4s. Everybody within an AoE of this creature of 15 feet are knocked down instantly, and from 20 feet are just... it's just hard for you to see for a short period of time, for one turn. So... yeah, that's Mayhem, Edward Knight, And Spev, even as your giant gorilla form, you get
Wait, how
knocked
close
back.
am I to this? Because I haven't moved towards it at all.
It jumped right into the middle of the room
Ah,
and jumped, and it's literally just spinning around all of us right now, and you're just happen to be within like 5-10 feet. Grismont ran across the room to the corner of the room where there was a skeleton to start crushing some bones in the dust so he can see it. As the rest of us just get slapped back, he gets blown with this giant gust of wind. Doesn't blow out all the bone stuff because it's all mixed with some kind of liquid essence that was at the bottom. And it goes for a bite. To let you know, it's on Kit. Nope, sorry, Spev. I got those two mixed up. On Spev, this giant gorilla with a nat 20. It bites this giant sharkish-looking teeth that are rounded, circular, to bite right into this giant great ape's shoulders, and takes a big chunk off you by 28 points of biting damage.
Oh. And you said
You start noticing that
you said 20.
corrosion.
You said 28 bite damage.
28 plus 6 points of acid damage.
That's 34. Oh my god, that hurts.
Yeah, your giant gorilla is messed up a little bit from the big bite. That ends its turn. It is now whose turn is it now? It's Mayhem's. Mayhem and Chrome. Mayhem with double nines. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's technically a failure, it's double nines means a crit. I run and swing down with my giant axe, but having to use my bonus action to get up. I hit, and I do 25 damage plus 10, 35 damage of slashing damage towards it. Doing a backswing. I missed the backswing. I hit with a 17, and it just completely swings and misses. I had to use my bonus action. Mayhem's done. Chrome. She heals everybody with mass curing wounds. 24 points of healing for everybody on the team. She raises up her shield and steps back to the wall to protect herself. And that ends her turn. All right. It is now Dom and Spevs. Dom first, Spev and Kit. What are you doing with your giant gorilla that just got its shoulder bitten? And what are you doing with Kit that's been firing from a distance, trying to pew it?
Okay. From getting bit. So Spev holds the wound as she's still a bit in shock from the attack. So I'm gonna roll for intimidation to for as a reaction as a retaliation of reaction. Let's hope this goes through. Here we go. For intimidation, I rolled a come on, get back in it. There we go. I rolled a 17 plus 2, 19.
Okay. All right. So this is to hit?
This is rolling for intimidation.
Oh, for intimidation? Oh, okay. You try to intimidate and use your giant gorilla to growl and snarl. Pro People Eater laughs and chuckles and gets ready to go for another bite. As it is a fearless creature, and that fearless does not, or like as fearless it is, and fear does not work on it.
Well, Spev is also has an advantage against being frightened. Okay, so I'm gonna roll for the attack. That means gonna roll for strength. All right, an 18 plus 2, nat 20.
Okay. It's a dirty 20, but yeah. You hit with the dirty 20.
All right. So whatever I roll is that.
It's with your giant gorilla slamming arm.
Yeah, ground pounding.
All right.
Ground pounding like from head to from the people eaters head to feet.
All right. So you get a plus 12 on your strength for hitting.
All right.
So what'd you roll?
I rolled a 16.
All right. So that's a 28. You had 28 points of bludgeoning damage to the creature, slamming your giant gorilla fists on its back.
Punch.
All right. You get 2 attacks with your physical strikes. So do you want to do one more strike?
One more strike. Here we go. Let's roll the hit. Let's see what we got.
Okay.
Oh, nat 20 plus 2, 22. Oh my god, yes.
All right. How much damage are you doing?
Let's see what we
It's a plus 12 on your damage.
Come on, give me something big here. Come on. Okay, we have a 19.
All right. 19 plus 12.
That is 31.
Okay. So that's times 2 because
Oh,
it's a critical.
that's
It's
62.
60 damage.
62 damage.
You clock this thing right in the mouth, hitting it super hard with your giant gorilla fist, and you see that gem that was hanging off its tooth get snapped and broken off.
Could I roll a
You see it
perception for Kit to see if he sees the gem flying?
You can roll for that if Kit wants to see if he sees it or not.
Like, of course.
While Scott is punching this thing with a super mega gorilla punch.
All right, for perception for Kit, a 14 plus 14, 28.
28.
Uh-huh.
Okay. You see it flying over, hitting the ground.
What do I roll for if I want to recover the gem? Basically, just go get it.
You can just have Kit run over there and go grab that because you have Spev being the one attacking right now and fighting.
What is that?
So Spev is done striking and hitting.
So Kit goes over to the gem that flew out of his mouth, and he picks it up.
Okay.
Whoa, shiny! So let's see.
Does the gemstone start pulsing with like as in like gratitude or like grief, great, like joyful?
It sparkles and illuminates, and it gives off like a pinkish red aura. This gemstone on this necklace that hit the ground and slid across.
The gem is glowing somehow. It's like something about it.
You, with your perception that how high you rolled, you look into the gem, and you swear you see a figure in the gem, like a soul, like a person. What would the pose be for Valnear, DJ Thunderbase? What would his pose be as you see him in a silhouette of like a soul essence in the gem?
He would basically be looking kind of like
Pissed off Chihuahua.
you remember? I don't remember which year Superman it came out, but it was when he trapped Zod in that.
Oh, in the Mirrorverse.
Yes, and they were banging on the glass trying to get out.
Yeah, so you look like you're doing that. You're kind of banging on the gem, trying to get out, but you can't.
Yep.
Like dink, dink, dink. You see it, and Edward Knight is standing about 5 feet away from you. Edward Knight, do you say something or see anything or react to it when you see this? You guys roll a perception check for me to let me know.
Yeah, he doesn't see this at all. Not one.
All right. You want to see something? You're focused and fixated on this giant purple creature with a green eye and a rows of teeth. I mean, rows, darling.
Yeah.
Holy rows of teeth. You wouldn't believe the things I've done with. I mean, what? Sorry. The giant wings just flapping back and forth with these extra, look like claw hands hanging off the edges.
So I think what I'm gonna do here is just I want to roll for investigation for Kit to see if he can make out what is the silhouette inside the gem or what's inside the gem itself.
Oh, that's the thing that Mayhem was explaining to you guys as you guys were coming through,
So
and same thing with Crawl.
so what do I
The soul
roll
gem.
for him to remind himself what Mayhem said?
Like a history check.
Okay, for
If
rolling
you-
for history. A nat 20 plus 2, 22. Oh wow.
Okay, so you remember what they said as you grab it and see that it's Valnear soul, going like, "Oh crap, this is the guy you guys were talking about."
So when Kit sees it, all he can hear is Mayhem's voice as in a flashback what he said from before about a certain gem.
All right, so as that happens, do you want to tell everybody you got the gem now to let everybody know that we can vacate?
Well, first I will whisper to Valner, even whether he hears me or not. I will roll for stealth after that to keep it hidden to get to for now, because I don't know if the creature's going to be looking for the gem since it's knocked out of him.
All right, then. Even though you're trying to speak to it, I would have to have him roll a perception with disadvantage to see if he hears you or not.
Oh. All right.
That'll be a straight roll for Valnir because
All right, straight roll.
he
then.
has a natural advantage on his perception.
Okay. Dom, what do you roll?
Okay.
And what do you try to say to him? And depending on what he
So
rolls,
I rolled a 14.
I rolled a 15 plus 1, 16.
okay. You now will be able to hear at least what Kit says, but it's slightly muffled, but you do hear it.
Valnir, if you're
What
inside,
is it?
Valnir, if you're inside there, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you out of there. First, I'm gonna get to tell the others. I must hide you before the people eater catch me. If you only can hear me, whether you hear me or not, we're gonna get you out of here. Okay? So now I'm gonna roll for stealth and end my turn from there. For stealth, I roll a 11 plus 9, 20.
All right. So you go into a stealth and try to hide amongst all of us. Does it see you? No, it doesn't. It's a 3 plus 7. No. It does not see you during the combat. It is paying attention to everybody else hitting it right now and a giant gorilla in its face.
Oh man, that was...
So that will end your turn for Spev and Kit.
Uh-huh.
It is now Grismont's turn as Ross is finally vacated off the castle. But there is one thing I need Ross to do for you, for Dark Trooper. You need to do 3 dexterity saves.
Ooh.
The first with disadvantage, the second straight roll, and the third one with advantage.
Disadvantage is
Yep.
9. Straight roll 11 plus 5, 16.
Okay.
And one with advantage 19, 14 plus 5.
Okay, with 2 of those, you succeed out of the 3 rolls. As you're running, you look back just for one split second, and that one split second, you see the giant Mimic Castle arms raise up from the ground, and one slams down right behind you, and you jump, and it misses. A second one slams down, and you roll and hit the ground. And right when you think you get away, a third arm reaches and busts out right through and slaps you like a flying swatter. Just swats you right away, launching you 21 feet further away from it into the tree. I need you to do a dexterity save And depending on what your dexterity save is and how I'm going to have you do an acrobatics or athletics depending on your landing.
Is it just a straight roll?
For being hit, yes, this will be a straight roll unless it says you have advantage.
24. 11 plus 13.
All right, so explain to me by rolling an acrobatics or athletics how you miss these trees and still land safely without taking severe damage, except for the damage I'm going to tell you from the roll.
6 plus 16, 22.
All right, you land perfectly after even being messed up as the shock finally hits you with 37 points of bludgeoning damage from being bitch slapped by this giant creature. And it grazing you with the claw of 4 points of poisonous damage. Ross gets messed up a bit from getting hit, but you dodge through all these trees and bristle and just go through the branches and just land down just right. And then finally everything goes, oh, that hurt, and you drop to your knees in pain, realizing and just knocked the wind right out of you. I don't know if you ever had the wind knocked out of you, but like one of your first times you've ever been hit so hard, it just, and you just, it took a second to actually hit, and when it did, you're like, oh crap.
As I going through the trees, cussing into it, I land on the ground safely, and then I just kind of just lean against the tree and just fall down on my butt, going. And as I look back, because I'm still close enough to the tree to the castle, I look over because I'm outside. Because I believe I'm outside the aura now, right?
Yes. All you see right now is just a fog cloud and like castle tops. That's all you see. You don't see a full castle. You just see like a cloud cover that's coming. It's about.
Do I see any like tentacles or anything like that?
You do see a couple occasionally swinging through the clouds, but it's like a 50-foot length ahead of the castle cloud that just protrudes from the cloud or from the castle to make this miasma that anybody that walks into it gets this weird mirage that they see it as a regular castle. And as the further they get into it, they start seeing and realizing it. Then they have to start doing saves to realize if it's real or not by their wisdom checks. And if they fail their wisdom checks, it'll start trying to eat you.
I take my hat off and just run my hair through my hair. It's like, oh, one of the gods' names would make such a horrible creature. And I just lay back and just say, I think I'll take a little rest before I go back onto the hunt.
As you sit there and say that, you hear a and then I need you to do a dexterity save for me, please. Okay.
29, 16 plus 13.
You hear this noise and you hear a click. Right when you hear a click from a distance away from the silence of the forest and and you hear the birds whistling, you hear them quite quiet, and you hear a click. You do a roll right over from one tree to the next. You see a bullet fly right past and hit the bark and just explode the tree, blowing the bottom of it out, just with this magical bullet that just hits right in and just explodes. Or if it would have hit you, it could have done-skied you. You look over and see it. You look ahead. I want you to do a perception check for me and see if you see ahead of you the gun or not, or the person, or the smoke.
17 plus 7, 24.
All right, with the 24, you look right down through the forest, through a bunch of the trees, sitting there at the top of one of the trees, aiming and pursed himself right up. Tori, Coyote Khan, with his gun smoking, smiling at you, reloading. And we're going to shift back over from there, though. That'll end your turn for now.
Damn you and your cliffhangers.
We're going to go to your Grismont. What does your Grismont do now that he has a bucket full of bone dust and blood?
I was going to say saliva, but blood works fine.
Either one, you could do a bit of both. Both work. It's gross.
I
You
grab
mix
the
together.
bucket. I run out the door, and I just where do I see the? Which way do I look?
Roll a perception check for me, and I'll tell you
Fine, be that
as you're running through. Well, hey, it's that or your passive, and your passive's not the best.
That's just 15, so
I would
Yeah,
barely see what's going on. What did you roll?
I used the 15.
All
I
right,
got
well,
14, but I took 15.
you
I
see the
passed
large
beggar.
creature. Yeah, that's fine. You see a large creature to your left, moving around, and you also see a giant gorilla right in front of you, kind of blocking the way. And you see just a giant eyeball and teeth occasionally between the legs of this giant great ape. You see a werewolf hanging off the back of it from its tail, which you just see Mayhem looks like he's flinging himself in the air as a visible creature is hanging off of. You see Kit running past and ducking behind quietly. And you look back over. Edward Knight is just standing there with his weapon out, ready to fight again. What do you do? You're gonna run over there?
With my bucket, I look over at Kit saying, "What are you doing? Why aren't you in the fight?"
The gym. You have to tell the rest of them about the gym.
All right.
Do an intelligence check to see if, or a history check to see if I remember what the importance of the gem was.
All right. Yeah, roll a history check for me to let me know if you remember, and then you can go and do your action, and then you get your bonus action left.
18. Oh right, the gem.
All right.
After I scratch my head, after I put the bucket down, I scratch my head with my other hand with the butt. Oh right, the gem. I get a big old lung full of air and go, "Oh, you stupid gits! We have what we got. Let's get out of here!"
All right, you roll that. Let's see if everybody hears that from perception. Everybody has advantage because he yelled and screamed it.
All right.
20. All right. Mayhem hears it with his wolf ears, being a werewolf.
Double 12.
Oh, that's a critical. All right, you hear this, and you know. Well, obviously your Kit knows. He's sitting right there, but your Spev, she knows there's a giant gorilla right now.
18 plus 3, 21.
So Edward Knight hears this as well. What do you guys do for your reaction? And then Grisma, what do you do to end your turn? As you have just your final action left with that bucket, or you can start running.
Have that communication gem that Lunal gave me?
Yes.
I slip my hand in my goat pocket and just grab it and like a walkie-talkie and say, "Oi, Lunal, oi, boss." I go, "Oi, boss, we have what we came for. Can you get us out of here?"
Funnily, as you say that, you see Mayhem's pocket glow. And Mayhem has the crystal on him.
I'm like, and I just roll my eyes like, "Of course he does."
It's funny. So
there's nothing else I could do since I used up my last action.
All right, that's all you can do for now. You're standing in the doorway with your bucket of bones, spit, and blood. All right, it is now Edward Knight's turn. What do you do, Edward Knight, as you hear Grismont screaming and yelling that we have the item and it's time to skedaddle before this thing eats and redaddles us? Or is he Mr. Oblivious right now, like the song? Just love this song.
Well, he heard it.
Maybe no.
I know, it's just funny. So, what do you do?
I am going to use one of my key points to activate it's called Step of the Wind.
Gonna do Step of the Wind?
Yep. to get as far away as I can.
All right. So you're gonna go down that blank hallway.
I'm gonna head over towards where Griswold's at.
You're gonna run right to him to where the doorway is. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Run. And do your step of the wind. You head over there. What do you do from there? That takes one action.
Mhm. From there, I have. Oh yes, this is the one. Okay, I have my boomerang axe.
All right.
Yep. So at least I can still attack.
All right. So you're gonna run over to the Grismont, then chuck your weapon right at the monster.
An 11 plus 10, 21 to hit.
You hit.
Okay, so this will be doing. Going to do 8 points of slashing and 10 points of necrotic.
Ooh. Okay.
And since it teleports right back to my hand, one more throw. And on 11 plus 10 again, 21 to hit.
You hit. How much damage?
It's going to be 9 points of slashing and 12 points of necrotic. Back in my hand again.
All right. You used one action for.
Nope, that
Like
was
over
the
there.
second action.
Yep, that was after doing your step of the wind. Then you did the attack with 2 hits. Now you have your bonus action left. That's all you can do.
Need it to make a deck save.
Okay. A 6 plus 2. So an 8.
Okay. Everything in its vicinity is taking 17 points of fire damage.
Nice. So you just nuked our team. Okay, cool. You see this blast of energy hit this purple people monster, smacking it right in
It
the
was
side.
just a dragon's breath.
Or dragon's breath, or screeching a dragon's breath right at
Yeah.
it.
So I don't think I hit
Ding.
anyone else other than it.
We're right in the way.
Between
you have
me
a
and
giant. Yes, there's a giant gorilla between you, and Mayhem as the werewolf are both in the way of this thing as well.
Mm.
We're all getting hit within it. It's fine though. We can withstand it.
I can take it.
it.
Grismont's next.
Who ain't
Grismont's
good?
fine.
I can take it. As my
Spev and
light's
Mayhem
literally pointing the opposite direction.
Chrome is hanging off to the side as well, kind of just sitting there, just trying to load her crossbow. So how much damage?
That was 17 points of damage.
Just at 17 points? Okay, so that would end the turn for that.
Yep.
All right, now it's to its turn. The purple people monster. All right, first things first. Dom. It hits with a nat 20. Plus 10, so hitting with a dirty 30. And it lunges on top of your giant great ape, slamming it down, biting at the chest and stinging with its tail. And then the tail. All right, the tail misses, but you take 30 damage from the bite. And then there's the poison damage. 4. Okay,
So,
your giant great ape is close to being reverted back into you, as it's messed up and has taken severe damage. I go for one more bite because I missed a tail strike. It's a 19 plus 10 of 29. I bite again. 30 damage plus 4. Your gorilla shape shrinks all the way back down to yourself, reverted. Now you have your normal health back, but your gorilla is no more, and you'd have to spend your whole action to transform again because you're just messed up right now from that. But you are under this creature right now. I need you to do a stealth check to see if it sees you or not. And if it does, I'm going to need you to do a dexterity save.
all right. I got advantage for stealth.
All right, so you fell down and shrunk back down. It looked over, all confused that it thought it had a chunk of you in its mouth, and it's just gone now.
18 plus 3, 21.
21. Let me see what my perception. A 16 plus 3, a 19. You're so lucky. I look around and just the purple people monster looks around and misses you. You see the gaze of the magic look over.
The old tuck and roll under the monster.
All right, roll a acrobatics or athletics to see if you successfully roll under the monster without being stepped on as it's walking towards Mayhem now, as it just sees this werewolf telling it to come at him.
17 plus 3, dirty 20.
30-20. Okay. You roll out of the way successfully as all 4 legs stomp past you, and the tail whips across and misses you as this little 2-foot tall woman, fiery hair and green eyes, just rolls past. You stop and see it going at Mayhem, and you see the rest of the gang waving you upon to get up and go. As now the monster's turn is over. It is now Mayhem and Krom's turn. Krom Toomkroll, the purple tiefling, runs up. Okay, guys, I know what it really wants. It's looking at someone really purple. I'm purple. Crap. So I'm going to distract it. Why don't you guys run?
Run away.
Looks at you guys with this scared look on her face.
What? What are you doing? You can't just leave us like that.
Bev, you need to go.
Come on, are you crazy? You can't leave.
Spev, and she hands her crown to you. Give this to Pando. Go. And you see her tears come down her face, and she screams no, and go. And Mayhem looks over. I'll hold off for a little bit, and she looks back, and you see Krom shove Mayhem. You need to protect them, not me. You know the rules. One leader to another. Come here, purple freak. And she starts running right at the purple people leader and summons her spiritual weapon by her side and increases her her magical shield up in front of her. You guys go. I can handle this thing for a little bit.
Spev, come on.
All right. Mayhem runs down the hallway, telling you guys he knows where there's a certain safe spot for us to hit the portal.
Wait, Spev's still in there.
All right, Spev, you got told that by Krom as Krom ran past you towards the monster. You rolled near the exit where Mayhem was standing. So you're standing right next to Mayhem within the time he's getting ready to run down the hallway. But now it is your turn, actually. It is Spev and Kit's turn. Spev and Kit are about 15 feet apart from each other right now, as Kit is next to Grisma and Edward Knight near the one door entrance to a small room. But it's already broken in, and there's a monster. It looks like it's breaking through the window. Down the hallway, you see Mayhem running to your left. What do you do? And you also see Spev at the entrance/exit of the hall.
Pull me in quick. I got you. rolling for strength. And 15 plus 3, 18.
Okay. You
Kit pulls in Spavins outside the door with the rest of the group.
guys running down the hallway now?
Uh-huh.
All right, so both of you check and run down the hallway. For Kit, it's minus 15 feet because you're 15 feet difference. You ran up first to Kit, or to Spev, and then you both started running. And then
So
if you use your bonus action or you use your action, you can use that, and it'll double your speed.
all right, for that, I'm gonna go ahead and use that.
And after that, it is Grismont's turn, and Ross. I'll get Ross, and Ross will be something special at the very end.
I rolled an 18.
All right. You guys ran down past Mayhem. Even Mayhem was surprised, even with running as a werewolf. This guy in a green cloak, that's an elf, running past, and this teeny little woman just both cartoon ran right past him. What the? How the hell did you guys do that?
We don't know. No time. Come on, Mayhem. Hurry to the exit. Move it, Wolfie.
All right, Grismont. What do you do? You can aid Crom for a moment, and you can use that bucket to get into a creature's eye if you want, or you can just run like everybody else. Or you can do a bit of both.
Or I could use the lemon grenades I still have.
Well, there you go. You can chuck all those into its mouth and run like a bitch.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to throw a couple in his eye and a couple in his mouth.
Ooh.
All right. Well, I'm going to need you to
this is going to
tell
be
me
good.
where you're moving to and positioning, or are you just standing right where you're at and then throwing them or not?
I'm going to stand where I am because I'm imagining it's charging at us.
No, it's right now in the room fighting at Crom as Crom is charging at it. As it was looking around frantically for Spev because it was fighting a giant gorilla, and then it shrunk down to being a little person again, so it's all confused. Looks around, sees the werewolf, goes to the werewolf, and then sees Crom running at it, so it starts paying attention to her and running at her now. And you're within about 15 to 20 feet of that. Yeah, you're 20 feet away from that distance of where you see Crom, and you see the purple people monster just running. Like, they're about to clash, and they're maybe 10 feet away from each other. You're about 20 to 25 feet altogether. So you have plenty of distance to chuck the grenades. At the same time, you have plenty of distance to run down the hallway after.
That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to take all the grenades, chuck them all, pin the pins on all of them, chuck them all at her, at the grenade, at some of its mouth, some of its eyes, some of it just in its face.
Okay, so roll. You gotta roll on just throwing them at me then. So roll acrobatics or athletics for how you're throwing these. And I need you to, for your first belt of grenades, are at the eye. The second belt right to the mouth.
18 plus 20, 28 for one.
Okay, that's a success for the eyes. And what's the second one?
24, 14 plus 10.
Okay. So, explain to me how these, like, which ones you threw at the eyes, and then how many you threw down the mouth.
I put my hands into my coats, and pull out these two belts with just lemons with grenade, what look like grenades attachments on top, that have a wire going through all the pins. I pull the wire, pulling all the pins at once, and then all the triggers come off, and I just whip it around my head and just chuck it as far as I can. They do a quick circular and then land right in the purple people layer's mouth as it was roaring at Chrome.
All right, so it's going to look like this. It says you threw the band of them, 2 or 3 of them linked off and right towards the eye, exploding the eye first, as it steps back blindly, opening its mouth in pain as the rest of the belt strip goes down its mouth. You all start running down the hallway for that. All right. Edward
Chrome,
Knight.
what is Chrome? Question: what does Chrome see as she's seeing this?
She sees like 2 grenades fly over her head. She's like, "Are those lemons?" And they just fly over her head. And she sees them hit the eyeball and explode, and she takes the damage with it. And then she sees
Oh
the
my
giant
God,
belt
no.
flying above her head as she sees the first explosion. She closes and opens her eyes. And she's like, "Oh, that's a
No.
lemons!" And then they fly right down the mouth. You see it gulp,
That's not the lemon.
and as the creature gulps and swallows, it just the eye blinks again as it starts healing, and it just turns its head sideways, goes "Rah!" And it just a big explosion.
And it starts falling that eye like the.
Here's the problem with it, though. Now there's this giant explosion that's going to be going and clearing the room in a moment. Grismont, you said you're running down the hallway now?
Now I'm running down the hallway.
Okay. Now, Edward Knight, I'm going to need for your character, what are you doing as you've seen Grismont do all this, and you're seeing this explosion about to happen? What is your reaction before you try to run down this hallway?
I was just going to use all of my turn to just try and get as far as I can.
All right, you just duck it and book it out. I need to do acrobatics or athletics to see if you start running at the same time Grismont does. Over ahead of him.
A 13 plus 9. 22.
Okay, so 22. You run right past Grismont and just start ducking down the hallway. All of you are running, and Mayhem's just like, "Why is everybody running faster than me? What's going on?" And just he looks back and sees this fiery ball coming, and Grismont right behind him. Go, 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 go! And Mayhem going, "Oh shit." I need everybody here to do a dexterity save, please. And the people that are ahead get advantage, which will be Dom and Devontae. The people that have disadvantage will be me and Chris.
A 19 plus 9, 28.
4 plus 3, 7.
20 plus 3, 23.
Yeah, I got a 13. Me and Grismont get caught up in the flames and explosions. But for you other guys, you all get away from the explosions at first. We get lunged about 10 to 15 feet forward, slamming down to the ground, Mayhem and Grismont. You see Mayhem trying to tap out the fire from his fur. Hot foot, hot foot. And he looks over going, "Thinking grenades." And you look at the walls, and you see the walls don't look like brick or mortar anymore. They look like flesh that's been burnt. As you guys start running down the hallway more, you start seeing teeth growing from the parts of the walls that broke. You've seen from a distance Chrome, messed up, bleeding, just barely alive, trying to flap her wings and run away as they're all messed up. Coming down the hallway as well. Her screaming, "Run, run." I need all of you to do a perception check to see if you hear her screaming "run" as you guys are trying to run as well, getting to the exit.
5 plus 3, 8.
8. Okay.
19 plus 5, 24.
24, you hear it. What do you hear, Dom?
Not 20 plus 3, 23.
16 plus 4, dirty 20. Okay, so Kit and Spev hear it, Mayhem hears it, Grismont hears it. Edward Knight's just booking it. We hear Chrome screaming, "Run, run." The people that are legs running, and the body all blown in pieces, coming back together. Like the ribs are growing back, and the stomach is growing back. The head is starting to fuse back, and the giant eyeballs just floating behind it and starting to form into its place again. The wings were skeletal and now starting to grow flesh again, as the tongue is starting to grow and consume back. I want all of you here to do acrobatics or athletics to see how fast you can make it to the door. And then I need each of you to roll 2d20 for rolling to die to see what happens next.
10 plus 9, 19.
Okay.
14 plus 9, 23.
Okay. For you, Dark Trooper, what'd you get?
What am I rolling again?
This is acrobatics or athletics for running to see if you make it to the doorway or not.
30, 10, and 10.
Mayhem got a nat 20. You guys make it to the door. Crom got a 5.
Poor Chrome.
You
Hey,
guys
were
make
we-
it to the door and you see the portal open up with Llama and Lunal holding it open with magic from the other side. You guys start heading there and you turn back and you see Crom. Okay, we're all good. We're all. And as she raises her arm to say we're all good, you see the purple people monster's tongue wrap around her. And she looks back and looks up at you guys. And you see her get pulled right through the doorway, screaming. And you see the doorway start growing teeth and close. As you hear Crom get crunched. I need all of you to do a dexterity save before getting into the portal.
Oh yeah, my two d20s were double nat ones.
15 plus 9, 24.
Okay.
17
All right.
plus 3, 20. Dirty 20.
All right, so for Edward Knight,
6 plus 3, 9 for my dexterity save.
Edward Knight's the last to leave. Mayhem got a 16 plus 4, dirty 20. Edward Knight, you are the one that witnessed this happen with Crom. No one else did. They all ran past and ran to the portal. You turn back. You see Crom reach her hand out to you as you reach your hand out to her, trying to grab. You see her tearing up and smiling. I made it. And she looks down and sees that her stomach is wrapped and gets pulled through, and you hear her scream. And the last moments you see is her getting bent in half and chomped in little pieces as the door closes. As you turn back, you see the castle raising and trying to turn and look at you as you run into the portal. And right as you close into the portal, a giant fist slams down. Now, I need everybody to roll a D100 to see if they land safely.
Oh. Here we go.
A 38.
Ooh. I've got a 60.
12.
I got a 10. So, most of you guys landed decently. Anybody under a 50 hits the ground hard and takes 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
How
You
much damage?
see 10 points of bludgeoning. You see Lunal and Llama standing there in shock with Valnear's unconscious body laying on the table with the knight guarding it. Mayhem's laying on the ground at the bottom where everybody landed on top of him, and he's just trying to hand the item, but he doesn't have it, as Kit's the one that has it. Kit's sitting on his head.
Huh? Oof!
Can you get off me, elf boy?
Valnear,
As he gets
you're safe!
reverts back.
He jumps up to Valnear, tries to hug, but instead he falls. Ah!
Realizing Valnear's still unconscious.
I don't understand.
You still have the
I don't
you still have the
understand.
gem. You got to hand the gem to the guys.
Oh, wait a second. I forgot something. I forgot to give the gem to them. Everyone, Everyone, I have the gem. Valnear's inside. Do you believe me or not? Do you believe?
Llama walks up right as you go to pull it out of your pocket. He pickpockets you for a 26 and takes it. And oh, I've had it the whole time. Thank you, Kit. He turns around, smiling, messing with you. All right, just put this on his neck.
You're welcome.
And Luna looks over, going, "How many people did we lose? Where's Crom?
Of course,
Edward?"
that's when Spabs looks up at Luno. Here. She gives Luno Crom's crown for
The only
Panda.
person that, yeah, she would
She's-
be the one handing that. And then Edward Knight, you were the only two that would know that she's dead. So, Stev, what do you say? And then Edward Knight, what do you react with and say?
She knew this was going to happen if we did not act quickly. So she's giving me her crown to give. She gives me her crown to take to her beloved Pando. I tried to persuade her to come, but she made a noble sacrifice. I couldn't even get her to come. So we have to bear the bad news to Pando.
Edward Knight, what do you say after
Not
Luna?
that she didn't want to come. She couldn't come. Before I had a chance to grab her, the thing already had a hold of her.
As that happens, the gem on Valnear's neck finally glows, and his soul. I need to do a D100 for me, DJ Thunderbase.
A 12.
You come back with 12 points of health. All messed up. Raising like you just woke up from a
All
very
it did
long
was
and-
incapacitate me. It didn't actually
you're-
kill me. I still have Valnear still has 59 points of health.
This is from the just the magic effect itself.
Ah.
So
So does that mean I just get 12 back then?
yeah, you can put back. You sit forward up, all messed up. Like you just had a horrible long rest that just didn't feel right. Like you slept wrong on a rock in a tree stump while it's raining with your knee. Just how I had to. A camping trip, that was horrible. My knee was torn ACL, not fun.
Is he all right? Valnear? Can you at least speak?
What is going on?
Unfortunately,
We lost half the crew.
Yeah.
As him says.
it's very unfortunate. We lost one of our crew members.
There was a couple others. They all got eaten and disappeared. You guys look back. Fenrir is gone. Reuven and a few other guys. They're just either they disappeared or they left early. You see Zenta standing there with Reuven going, "Yeah, we were gonna help, but next plan. Where the hell's Crom?"
Spab shows the crown as her face is just still in disbelief, but she knows why she has the crown.
Now, you guys get ready to head that towards the portal as Llama opens a kind of like a floating image. You guys need to check this out. And it shows the castle running amok, but then stopping. And you realize there's a giant portal opening up behind it. You see Llamas zoom in through the castle, and it shows sitting at the throne of the castle, Crom Tombcrawl as the new controller of the castle, sitting there with this sad look on her face and tears, but with the mimic-looking armor and shield, like she knows she has to be here to keep it alive and keep it in control. It's this where it runs rambunctious, eating everybody. As it opens a portal through its other dimension and domain to sleep, you see it crawling through and making just a tireless graveyard. The portal finally closes behind as the Mimic Castle disappears from the regular world and the Fae into its own unique area. You see a bunch of undead rising from the graves and the ground all around. You see a giant black dragon flying past that looks like a crow dragon. Verlin, the necromancer, has taken advantage of this moment as she raises an army of undead to go after the villages and kingdoms that are still alive within the northern hemisphere of this area.
Spev has her jaws dropped, finding out about what happened to the Fae, and of course, with Verlin appearing around, she actually turned her frown into a slowing of a facial expression of anger because she's realizing that Verlin was no longer part of the team, and of course, what has really happened in terms of holding Crom's crown is like she's almost going to crush it, but she wasn't going to crush it. She just drops the crown and calms herself.
All right, after you do that, you guys witness and see this. The portal opens up for you guys to head back to the kingdom for where Crom was.
And
then
Spev Pig was the last to leave because she picks up the crown.
Okay. Llama closes the portal behind you guys after. What do you say for Spev?
But she just said, "Well, thank you for the protection, Crom. But I don't know how I'm gonna break the unbearable news to Pando, but it must be undone. It must be done. Hopefully, somehow you'll return from this. Return from this. There has to be. You can't be dead."
Just hear Edward say, 1, 2, 3, not it.
Hey! Hey, I didn't ask for playing tag. But we
Llama
did.
says not it. Lunal says not it. Mayhem just scratches his head, walks through the portal.
Not it. Never mind.
All right, you guys head through the portal as it closes. The Mimic Castle heads back into its own domain for now, with Crom controlling it and holding it at bay. Only for now, though. As it goes back to Ross fighting Tori Coyote Khan. Right. Tori Coyote Khan has fired off against you several times. He comes at you with close range, trying to sword fight you.
Yeah, but he doesn't realize that the forest is my domain.
Oh, yes. As the castle is disappearing, though, you start realizing Tori is moving slower and slower and having difficulties. He doesn't have something backing him up anymore, giving him his power.
Seems like you're getting weaker, boy. Well, you're in my domain.
Is this so? Oh, here we go. I thought to put a little bullet in you. How about 2? Maybe 3. As he fires and pulls out his pistol. A 23 to hit and for the first shot. 22 to hit for the second shot. Damn. And a 22 again for the third shot. He hits you with all 3 rounds right when you say this.
But can I do a quick draw?
You can, and you see who fires as well. Okay. All right, I got the damage. What is roll in acrobatics or athletics to see if you can quick draw as fast as him firing. All right, what you get for your
I got a
acrobatics?
19, 16, 3 plus 16.
I got a 13. Uh, how many fires do you do before he fires? Because he still hits you.
Now, if I use
What
blink
did you?
step,
True, they still count for the high hits. You'll just take less damage. But how many hits do you fire with your
I'll do
your
3 as well.
pistol? All right, roll those 3 attacks. His AC is 21. So what is your what are you rolling?
I missed 1. I missed 2. And I got a 16. I got a 7, 8, and 16.
And it's 16 plus what? What is your plus modifier for your gun?
10 plus 6.
Oh, that's what you. Oh, wow. So even with you firing before he did, he still hit you with 3 rounds, with 30 damage altogether, 10 from per round.
But I used blink step to get behind him.
All right, so he shoots you, and then he knuckles and snarls and laughs for a moment. Then he looks back up, and you're gone, and you're right behind him. What do you do as you peer right behind him right after he fired and hit you?
I use a blood curse to blind him, of binding on him.
Blood curse of binding. Okay. Where did he go? How did he? Oh, you smart little boy.
As both his arms and legs get shackled together, and he falls forward.
All right. Is it a save for this at all?
Strength saving throw of 15, DC of 15.
He rolls a nat 1.
So he is fast.
And what do you do is now he is bound to the ground, bowing forcibly with his head out.
I look down at him. I sense, unfortunately, the person who contracted your death is no longer with us. Or in
you wouldn't know because you don't know if she died or not.
Oh no, I'm sensing that I'm not going to get paid for killing him.
Oh, you'll get paid. That the contract goes through with Crom no matter what, if you're dead or not. She has her means.
Okay, then I take my straight silver and say, "This will be very satisfying," and then cut his head off.
All right, roll an attack for me for you get advantage. For he cannot move, he is prone. Yeah, he fails his dex saves anyways for saving, and his legendary.
31, 19 plus 12.
All right. How do you want to do this? As you execute him quietly in the forest by chopping his head off.
I grab him by the hair. I look him down the eye and say, "You weren't better than me." And I just take my other arm and it slash at his head. The knife is sharp enough to be super clean and cut. That he still, but clean it, but fast enough that his eyes still look at me, and seeing my face for the last time, as it burns into the back of his brain, saying,
"That's the last thing he sees," and he looks at you, going, "I always come back." And his eyes roll back in his head after he says that. You see his body start deteriorating and turning into a ooze on the ground. And you see the head kind of like melt into your hand and drop to the ground. It soaks into this blobby mess of a monster. And a portal opens up. And it falls through. Not too long after, when you've seen the portal close and it disappear, this funny purple little nymph appears like it was invisible, watching you the whole time, holding a big sack of money, jumping up and down.
I've been here the whole time watching. Here you go.
And hands you this big thing of, but it takes one coin out,
My payment.
and it hops away, rolling for. Oh wow! And that one and falls on its face. On the
I
coin.
politely turn my head and start snickering a little bit.
It looks back
And then
away.
I take another coin out of the bag just because I'm a kind soul. I take another coin out of the bag, say, "For your troubles, love," and throw it to her.
And it hits it in the head. And now grabbing both coins, trying to scoot up and running and dropping them and picking them back up as it runs off. And then finally just disappears. As you had this conversation and you toss that, you look back over to your shoulders and you've seen where that big mimic castle was. Gone. It was there. You've seen a bunch of fog and smoke. And you've seen it all dissipate. And as the portal opens up for the kingdom you have to go back to, you swear you saw some kind of bird-like dragon flying in the sky that was big, black, and angry, with bones protruding out of its body. And it looks like you've seen a graveyard just appear out of nowhere. And then you step through the portal, where you see all of us looking like we're mourning someone's death. What do you say, Ross, as you see all of us sad and upset looking as the portal closes behind you?
I look at them all and say, "I take it Chrome is dead.
Yeah.
Or at least not in a position to be helping us anytime soon."
You can say that. She's gone.
By the way, BTW, before we continue, how many gold did I get?
Another 500 gold and 2 platinum. Technically 499 gold, because you gave one of your extra ones away.
I see you've taken down the Coyote Khan.
Indeed.
He was a big traitor.
Indeed he was. But I have a feeling it's not the last time we see that bastard it will not be the last time we see that bastard.
Good, because I still want a piece of his head.
As Pando walks up with Krom's crown in his hand, looking with tears. So, she'll be back, I think. But usually she dies and comes after, but this time it seems like she has to stay for a while. So, until she finds a replacement for that Castle of Doom, she has to be stuck there. And
For
he looks at the
eternity?
crown.
For eternity?
Kinda.
I also saw a dragon leaving that premises with big black feathery wings.
Wait,
I don't think we've seen the last of that dwarf king.
As he looks over, going, I think I know what kind of bird you're talking about. A bird dragon, right? With bones? He
you're
opens-
talking about Verlaine. That she must go down. She's a traitor to our group and she must be gone.
as Mayhem
I
bows.
that goes for a price.
Mayhem looks over at you and smirks and walks up and hands you a pouch with 10 platinum in it. If
And
you're
this is
willing to
given.
die with us, here's your upfront payment. Just remember, the undead are very tricky.
I take my hat off and go, much obliged, Wolf King.
He nods and steps back as Lunal goes through the portal with Mayhem, with Grismont. They look back at you guys. He'll come through if he needs to. And anybody else. Every one of those characters all take their long rest and sit and think about what happened for their characters. As the Mimic Castle's still afoot, and so is the Mimic Dragon. Crom is just holding it at bay until the next time you cross paths. Some teams may come back, some teams may never come back, depending. Now we have the Blood Saints being the Doom Saints, as you guys are a mixed team now. Some of you are gone, some of you are back. But that'll be next week for Rolling to Die. I hope everybody enjoyed themselves for this episode of our custom stories for Rolling to Die. Remember to like, share, and comment, and subscribe. Let us know what episodes, what characters you like, and what interesting or unique paths we should go. It's all custom. It's all unique. We prefer to do it our own way instead of following regular stories that other people do. And remember, we do this usually at Sundays at 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., sometimes a little later depending on the story and or situations in life. And before that, remember, we're done with your bullshit. It's a crazy clown world out there. No? Hang, hang. To you all, and to you all, a good night. Does anybody want to say anything before we end this tonight?
Good night. Farewell. Azita. Also, tune in on Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Chaotic Mind podcast. Be there or be square.
And thank you all for joining in this episode. And remember, wisdom over wildness. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and share.
All right. Hit it, DJ. It still screams, fireball, monsters!